Hi, this is Dr. Oprisan from the College of Charleston, Physics and Astronomy Department, and I'm going to introduce the electroencephalograms, EEGs with emotiv device that can measure different electric activities of the brain. The device, emotiv epoch 10, we'll use for this kind of measurements, and it is a 14 channels EEG actually, and it can also detect, it has accelerometers that can detect the motion of your head. And you notice in the inserted figure that actually we don't measure all the points of the standard 1020 EEG, but we measure enough of the data points. It has the Epoch 10 device has two arms with seven sensors and two references on each side, and it can record very high quality data. The hardware itself comes with the travel case, and you see the headset. You need to be careful not to lose the USB receiver dongle, and obviously you'll get some saline fluid for the felt sensors, the packs that you need to insert into the epoch. You have a cable that connects everything to the connects the emotive to the computer so that you can charge the battery of the USB transmitter. So again, the packet that you received has the device itself, the USB dongle. You notice the felt, the electrodes, and the USB connector that is used for charging the battery of the device itself. Now, you need to download a few things and install them on your computer before you can use the unit. Obviously, you need to create an account. I have my own account, and you can log in and download the emotiv installer for whatever operating system you need. Then the installer actually contains all the software packages that drive the unit that you purchase, the emotiv Epoch 10 unit. So you just follow the steps of the install. It is probably a good idea to actually install all options offered by emotiv. And there is some of the free software, and some of them you need to purchase a license, but uh, basically the installer is free uh, because you purchase the unit. So just to let this system install everything it needs, and then we will quickly go over the rest of the install process. Now remember, you need to create your own account with emotiv. You will need that when you run the actual application. Just make sure that your computer has all the settings and it allows access to different pieces of that software you just installed. So you need to prepare first the headset, and you notice that I put the the felt pads. I inserted them already, and I added some saline so that it makes a good electric contact with the electrodes inside. And you can use that saline actually not only to make a good contact by putting some drops on top of that felt pads, but also you can um, put the drops through the holes that you see in the back of each electrode, like I'm showing you right now. So even after you actually uh, install the headset, you put it on your head, you can have a colleague actually from time to time placing a few drops of saline because the felt pads will dry out while you use the unit. So from time to time, it's probably a good idea to put a few drops on the outside of the electrodes so that you maintain a good electric contact, so that you reduce the noise and have a good recording. So now that you done with the setting, let's see how we actually use the emotive. So you take the unit, and there are multiple ways you can place it, but this is one of the recommended positions for the electrodes. You need to check that they make good contact, and other than that, the unit is ready to use. So let's see the experiments that we carried out with the emotive epoch 10 unit. So let's see, I installed already the software that I told you about, the emotiv Pro, and the software is checking the quality as you see it, the EEG quality and the contact quality. It's better if you have it at 100%, and you can start doing the EEG recordings in no time. As you see them, I have 14 different channels, and you'll notice that I have different kind of disturbances on the EEGs. This is because I did different tests, moving the eyes to the left and then moving to the right. And as you see on the EEGs, this is right now in the center is for the moving of the eyes up, and again now in the center of EEG is moving my eyes downward. Those are evoked potentials, and as you notice, the EEG is very sensitive to whatever movement. Um, as you record, as you notice, right on top of your panel, there is always a circle that tells you what is the quality of the recording. Right now, it's at 100%. And it fluctuates a little bit as I move my head around, but hopefully you can keep it over 90% in the range of 100 there. So these are different conditions, different experiments that I carried out recording the EEGs. And again, I can save the files for offline analysis. You notice again, I started a new set of evoked potentials. Again, eyes moving left, right, up, and down, so that you can actually measure the response in your EEG. This is sometimes, most of the times actually, it's used for correcting the artifacts that you see in EEG. Basically, the program that we have automatically cleans your EEGs. It searches the patterns that you see here induced by eye movement and removes them. You can also do spectral analysis for your EEGs. And there are multiple options. The top panel shows actually a Fourier transform as you see it, and the bottom panel shows the power distribution in different ranges of the frequencies in theta band and alpha band. This is important, for instance, when you want to calibrate the brain-computer interface, because different wave brains like alpha or beta bands, they have different contributions to the response or the anticipation of movement by the motor cortex, and they are often used by the brain-computer interfaces to anticipate and predict what is the intended movement, and it's basically mostly used in brain-computer interfaces. But you can do also offline analysis for Fourier transforms and other for other purposes.